Hello everybody, this is Matt Cuth here, joined by Snow. Today we're casting Victoria's Secret versus Z-Factor in the playoffs. How you doing tonight, Mr. Snow?
Doing pretty good. Excited for some Divine League dotes, you know?
Yeah. I'm casting a bunch of intermediate div and now back up to Divine, casting these guys. It's gonna be a good time. Excited to see this rematch.
I actually just played a pub against Geom and beat him, so you know, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, you think he's
Now cast.
you think he's been tilted by that?
I don't think so. It was a tough game. He was kind of counterpicked, you know.
Gotcha.
It's unfortunate.
They got to get the warm up games in. That's the great part about casting. I don't have to worry about warming up anymore. But we got quick bans coming out. Not really anything too surprising from either team. Bloodseeker may be the weirdest, but we got a Titan! I love Titan. These guys are going fast. Instant pickup of the Mars. You know, I like Tiny a lot. He's very, very powerful in the mid game. So it's a little bit scary thinking about what they could...
Has a little bit of flex value too.
Mm-hmm.
Can be played at 4, can be played at mid. If you don't like winning, you can play it off lane as well.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I've not exactly the biggest fan of the off lane Tiny.
So I know Geom is a Master Tier X, has over 1,000 X games. Before this series, Dob said she was not scared of X, wasn't gonna ban X, and did indeed not ban the X. Now, will Victoria's Secret go for it? Is the question.
Not yet, at least. That's some bold some bold statements. I actually haven't gotten a chance, I don't think, to see Geom's X. Casted a couple of his games, but it keeps getting banned. We got the Snapfire by an early TB, but that's a love and laughter hero if I've ever seen one.
He loves that hero.
So, not at all surprised about that. But we get a Snapfire, a hero that we've seen coming back into the meta. Seen a lot of it. Probably a 5, but...
I hope it's core. I like it a lot more as core. Either mid or off lane.
I liked the mid snap, but it feels like it takes so long to come online, especially when they go for like the damage Snapfire build.
Just to provide a lot of utility, because the reason why I like it core more than support is I think the strongest point of this hero is his Ags, and you can get it, and you're not really gonna get it fast at all if you even go for it as a position 5, right?
Yeah.
But
especially
if you're playing a core, you just rush the first item, you get it by 15 to 18 minutes ish, depending on how good of a game you're having. And his Ags is really strong.
Yeah, and it combos really well with Tiny. Tiny loves having the initiation, so wouldn't be a bad idea at all. And this is such an early TB pick. I guess it makes sense since, for the most part, teams just ban out literally every carry in Phase 2. So
yeah, it's kind of the classic of this meta. You have the last pick of the first round, you pick a carry, then you ban the 3 carries that counter your carry the most. And then like there's no carries left in the pool, especially that can deal with the one that you picked.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna probably need to see. What do you think about the Sven matchup into TB? Sven does have that cleave, but
I think it goes both ways.
Yeah.
I don't think it heavily favors one hero or the other. It's probably like 60-40 Sven favorite, I would say.
Yeah.
Because you can probably burst him before he sunders.
Yeah, it's kind of that weird thing where you got the cleave and the lockdown on Sven, but Metamorphosis kind of helps counter that out. But they get rid of the Faceless Void, which is a pretty good combo into Snapfire. It's free setup for that ultimate, so not hugely surprised to see that hero go.
Classic. The Arc Warden also really good against TB. The bubble just counters him completely. And you know, no one likes the Arc Warden hero.
Very true. That hero is suffering to play into. So
Been out the last track on the side of Victoria's Secret. I know Xenon has been playing it a decent amount mid.
yeah, it looks like he's been kind of targeted this round with the wind as well. Not letting him play his comfort heroes. We'll take out the Drow as the last carry. So we still have like the Anti-Mage, the Spectre, and the Sven are the three big carries of the patch that I'm thinking of right now.
Mm-hmm. I think probably not Anti-Mage though, because it's really bad matchup into TB.
Mm-hmm.
But the Sven is playable, probably slightly favored. The Spectre TB matchup, I don't think it's really one way or the other. I think it's more based on your team.
Right.
Than anything else.
So we'll have to see what the picks come out for Z Factor, see how vulnerable their supports are. Excited to see the Dops hero. Maybe we'll get another ET. That hero is another hero that just feels like it kind of came out of nowhere, but it's so powerful right now. Every time I see it, it just does work.
Yeah, ET feels really good in the right games. It's just that natural art is just a really good spell in general.
Yeah, it's a powerful spell, and it's got a.
I actually really like it for Victoria's Secret.
Take a Jakiro, not a bad pick. Kind of just a generally solid hero in general.
Yeah, TB's a weak laner, so it helps out in that department as well. Secure the lane for TB.
10 seconds remain.
Absolutely. It's just Jakiro's just kind of one of those heroes that I feel like always does pretty well in games. Has a lot to offer the team, and you never go wrong with that pick.
No, as an offlane player, let me tell you, Jakiro is the dumbest hero in all of Dota.
Oh yeah?
Big not a fan of the Jakiro hero. Just walks up to you in lane, herder, you've been dual breathed, you've taken 1 billion damage and you can't even hit me back because you're also slowed. Very cool hero. If you're a Jakiro picker, you should feel ashamed of yourself.
Well, luckily I don't have to feel ashamed. I just play Crystal Maiden when I play 5.
See, that's much better. That hero's not nearly as annoying.
Ooh, an Abaddon. Now, that's a hero that I think will be powerful this game. The Spear Purge, the Ice Path Purge, slows everything. Just hard to go on, and looks like it's probably going to be the 3 this game too.
I think so. I think their idea is picking it into the Jakiro lane as well, because you can then just dual breath is not nearly as an issue, because you can just get rid of it.
And he's going to be hard to take down. But Z Factor committing to the burst team fighty damage with the Earthshaker. And there's the axe.
DL Max. So it's core Snapfire or Tiny or Abaddon. One of those has to go core.
I guess
could it be carry Abaddon? That would be kind of cool.
It's been a while since I've seen a carry Abaddon. I wouldn't.
It's probably just mid Snapfire, right?
Yeah.
Or Tiny.
I have to imagine one of those two are the core here. But Z Factor, they do have the last pick, so they'll be able to have a pretty good idea of what they're going up against after these bans.
Okay, so it looks like their position 5 has been playing a decent amount of Abaddon, so it's probably a mid Snapfire then. I guess it could be a 4 Snapfire and a mid Tiny as well.
On Victoria's Secret, they ban out the Death Prophet. That is a smart ban. I know Z Factor run it. They do well with it. Well, so it's not too surprising. And they needed a little bit of push. Well, I guess they don't actually need a terrible amount of push because TB does offer that, especially in the mid to late game. But they like these this four roaming team fight lineup, which DP very good. When there's the Sven ban.
I feel like Victoria's Secret needs a carry that's also like that 4 protect 1 type of style.
Yeah.
if they're running X Snapfire or even X Tiny as their cores, they don't scale that well at all right now.
Yeah,
Or I
absolutely.
suppose they could also just all in on just ending the game fast. But Zhao is banned. Luna is not really a hero.
Yeah, Z Factor as well. They're pretty good at fighting early. I don't imagine they're afraid of that 20-minute window with this lineup. But I think we're probably going to end up seeing, like you said, the harder carry. Spectre's the one that does immediately jump to mind still, and it's banned.
And it's gone.
So maybe we're thinking maybe it's going to be something like a possible Juggernaut, maybe even like a Life Stealer.
All of the carries that are left have really bad matchups, I feel like. Lifestealer is really bad into TB, AM is really bad into TB. Jug is like not great.
5 seconds.
PA is probably pretty bad here too. Morphling maybe?
Possibly.
Morphling could be decent.
Dyer's turn to pick.
They'll take a
Medusa.
Medusa.
Into Mars, interesting.
I'm not sure if I've seen Medusa specifically from Victoria's Secret. I feel like I did see them play it into a Spectre, and it seemed to work then, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the hero.
I'm not sure about this. I see two big issues for Medusa here. And one, Mars makes Medusa's life really sad. Because he has both Bulwark and Arena to prevent Medusa from actually hitting targets that she wants to hit. And then on top of that, if it's a really far Medusa, she gets reflected by Terrorblade, and the illusion gets the split shot and kills Medusa's entire team anyway.
Oh god, that's an excellent point that I didn't even think about.
So it's a really tough game for Medusa. But at the same time, I don't really know what they could have picked. Anyway.
Yeah.
There really weren't many cores that were in the pool that were also good this game. Like maybe Morphling or Troll, but neither really sounds that amazing either. Troll into Mars is really hard.
Yeah, Troll into Mars and Shaker.
You just ulti into Bulwark and it's like, alright, cool.
Z Factor gonna have the chance to pick something here. Are they going to commit to a DP counter?
They go for
Not
the Ember.
Particularly, but Ember is a solid hero. Another one of those early fighting heroes, so it's a pretty standard Z Factor lineup. It's going into...
It's the mid Tiny.
Yeah, okay, so Tiny mid into an Ember.
That's probably Tiny favorite, I would say, because you can get rid of Flame Guard pretty easily.
Yeah, my gut says that Tiny is likely to win that, but on the flip side, if Ember can do a good job of like dodging out most of the avalanche damage, I feel like he could... he gets a good chain.
On the other hand, Tiny is a 0 armor hero, and you just kind of, with the new, like, I guess it's not really that new anymore at this point, but just the Sleight of Fist max build, you just spam Sleight of Fist on him over and over again. It's actually really hard for Tiny to deal with it.
Yeah.
So he gets his ulti and gets armor.
Yeah,
you can buy a Ring of Protection, but you're still a really low armor hero at that point. It's still like annoying.
Yeah, and he's not really a hero that wants to build up those armor items in the lane. He wants, the bottle and such. So actually, it might be a very tough lane for him. Overall, though, I'm kind of scared for this Medusa, and I think that gives Z Factor the edge for me. Overall,
yeah, I definitely favor Z Factor in draft. I don't think Medusa is gonna... Even if Medusa ends up getting a good game and gets off to a good start, I think it's still really hard for Medusa to have a significant enough impact in this game just because of both Mars and Terrorblade. And, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's just gonna be really hard. And I don't even think Medusa is gonna have a good start, for that matter. Abaddon is kind of a weak 5 in lane. And Mars Shaker is a pretty strong lane.
Yeah, the one thing is that he does have... Donbomb will have the opportunity to purge one of the stuns.
Yeah.
So it's harder to get... I think traditionally you think of Earthshaker Mars, you think Fisher into a spear into kills, but that's a little bit harder. And Medusa is also, once she gets a couple levels, pretty tanky. So I have a feeling that it's not going to go too poorly for them. But I also, at the same time, I think Mars is going to be pretty much free to do whatever he wants in the lane.
There's also a trick that you can do with Mars. If you skill in laser against range heroes, you skill Bulwark either level 2 or 3, and you can just keep toggling it on and off, and they're going for less hits just to mess with their attacks.
Oh god,
it's
like such a nightmare. Look at this.
It's very fun to play.
Dombomb's gonna steal a rune.
Oh, he's gonna make it too.
Alright, 3 for Victoria's Secret. I don't know if it'll be enough to yeah, they're not gonna
just
kill
the dual breath,
anything,
and he's
but still, every little bit. This top lane could be a little scary for towards Z Factor though.
Yeah, X Sapphire is really strong.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of nukes, which TB really hates in lane. Fiora is gonna have to do a lot of work on the Jakiro.
Got a lot of damage, a good stun setup for the axe. Love and Laughter is gonna instantly pop the meta to get them last hits. Pretty common. Let's see. So CD has not gotten
kind of Oni mid right now.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten any armor items, so this is going to be definitely very dangerous for the Tiny because of that slight build.
Yep. And Tinies typically don't really want to take their OT at 6 either. You want to max your Q and your W before you skill point in your OT.
Right, get all 8 levels into it.
So if he goes for that, it's gonna be even longer until he actually has any armor. I don't think he can get away with that though. Like he needs to get some sort of armor way before that. Because when Ember hits level 5 and has 3 points in slide, it's a really short cooldown. It's just really annoying to deal with.
And he's not even building up for that armor. He's got a bracer, but he's just going straight for bottle into phase. So I guess he will eventually get some armor.
Yeah, the phase boots will give him some armor. Hopefully he gets the chainmail early. That would be nice. Even just a Wraith Band could be good too.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't get something casual for some armor. Which is, taking a lot of damage from the creeps. I think he's gonna be just fine. Almost has his bottle up. I think the other lanes probably gonna look pretty quiet unless something happens up top. But right now, Love and Laughter and Flupper are just trading out.
That being said,
a lot of damage.
That being said, everything we talked about, I still think that Tiny is favored against Ember the first 2 to 3 levels, and he's losing really hard at this point already. So like that does not bode well for the future of this lane.
Oh, Xenon gets
Xenon is actually owning.
Now he has his bottle. With that Flame Guard, it's gonna force CD back. Yeah, this is a rough time for this Tiny. The thing is too is Tiny farming under tower because he has such little armor. He takes a lot of damage from the creeps.
Yeah. Yeah, Xenos has been doing a good job of just shoving the wave in, and Medusa's courier had a lot of items in there.
Yeah,
he's gonna be. It was both of his Wraith Bands actually. He had a recipe and a full Wraith Band on there.
It's going to cause him some problems. Being said, Angadormu is taking quite a bit of damage, but he still has 4 tangos. He'll be just fine. Actually,
he's gonna get first blood here.
Yeah, walks up, sees the courier, the bloodlust overtakes him, and fortunately, it doesn't work out too well for him there. Angadormu will get first blood. Himself off to a good start. Oh man, this lead just seems to be growing and growing for Xenon, and I'm scared what's gonna happen in like the mid game here. once he gets off to the start. Although, Tiny does have an advantage in the levels right now. Just a slight one.
Yeah, a bit. So, I guess he has one more deny, but I don't know. That's kind of weird, actually. Zenon probably lost 1 or 2 creeps getting the
Man, up top,
4-minute rune.
Laughter. Did a lot of damage into Geom. Geom does have to be a little careful. The slows plus the right clicks are powerful.
Here, TP mid lane. All the CD Alex is getting dove. Oh, the cookie!
Oh, is it gonna be enough? Well, they will. Snapfire will get the kill.
Really good rotations from Flopper.
Yeah, excellent. Actually,
Then
Mangadormu also in trouble here. Gonna go down? He
Piara
will.
snipes the bounty rune top in the
But
meantime.
I think Dops, yeah, will get the counter kill.
Nice Fisher. Yeah, in the meantime, Piara sniped the bounty rune top 8. Actually almost killed the Tiny. But the Snapfire protected him.
I wonder, I don't know if Tiny's actually gonna come out on top of that trade, actually. Since the kill went over to the Snapfire and he's forced to walk
having to
back.
walk all the way back, yeah. He was hoping to get the bounty rune, but him losing the bounty rune actually really hurts him there. Because if he gets the bounty rune, he just bottles back up and goes right back mid.
Right.
Yeah, he's actually behind half a level. Ella now dies top for the dive.
I missed that one, but that's a big kill. Flupper putting in the work already.
Yeah, Flupper zoning.
Xenon gets another rune. He's doing great for himself. Oh, and the war.
And
the
he gets
ward's
a
under the
bounty ward. Oh no.
So interestingly, Xenon did choose to go for 3 points in the Flame Guard. I guess he's just trying to not die to the Magic Burst.
Yeah, it's technically really hard to break Flame Guard for Tiny. Because you can dodge some of the avalanche damage at least.
Right.
If you just slide a fist through it. So I'm assuming that's why he did that.
Yeah.
Tiny did
makes
take his
sense.
ulti at 6. So he does have the armor now.
Oh no. Flupper gets another courier. The courier war top, that's I think like the third courier that's died in this top lane. Been such a bloodbath. But right now things have honestly been pretty quiet. Felt like we'd see some more kills out of top, but for the most part they're just content.
Been kind
to
of a
sit.
farm trade, yeah.
Although, as I say that, Dops is rotated into the mid lane. Will be able to get a Fisher block, possibly. She does. That, Tiny doesn't have mana.
Gets the chains off.
Xenon going in. The Fisher block
the
is
Fisher.
there. They're under the tower. There's still no mana. Xenon should know this, but Dom Bomb's here, and I don't think you're gonna turn this one into a kill anytime soon.
They seemed a bit hesitant to commit to that.
Oh, no.
Flopper's here.
What a dodge from Xenon. Gets the haste rune. And now it could actually be danger for Flupper as Mangadormu rotates in and gets a really nice arena. Pins the Abaddon as well. So yeah, that's going to be 2 kills for Dire. And Tiny is forced to walk to base once again.
This is a sad Tiny.
A really well-timed rotation.
This Tiny has 300 net worth more than the Earthshaker.
Jeez. He is doing well.
Living in sad town right now.
Oh yeah. Xenon
The
over.
Disney had a good time bottom though.
Yeah, she's doing well for herself. Has the split shot. I think both Kira and Love and Laughter are going to farm just fine this game. I'd have to imagine.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this Mars build. He didn't take a point in his E, which it's really annoying for range heroes to deal with in lane. It's like there's no real counterplay for Medusa, because either she tries to last hit, which she's able to last hit, and he just bulwarks and she misses the attack, or she doesn't attack and he denies the creep. Like there's no way that she can play around that essentially.
Right.
And
Yes.
I'm not a huge fan of the Soul Ring either. Like Mars nowadays is just going Eos just because you don't get any mana regen or any HP regen from Soul Ring anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like super awkward to use it until you have the Morbid Mask or the full Vlads. But he's keeping top. There's a dive going on here.
The dive. I don't think this is going to work out well at all for Radiant. An excellent pin onto Geom, and he gets bounced into the ice path. That is going to be a dead axe, or is it? It's a lot of shielding. I don't know if he's going to be able to get out. I don't think he is, because Ember's coming in. Yeah, Ember will get the DD, the pin, and that's a double kill, and that's a bottle refill for Xenon. And they protect their tower, so overall, very good.
Yeah, really good rotations from Mango. I can't.
Look at this, Kira.
And Zena just going in.
Ops is optimistic here, and I don't think that's going to work out too well for you. Although, no, the shotgun blast is there, so they'll just
mid lane. They're diving the Tiny.
A free. Oh man, they really are. And, that's a very dead Tiny. Mangadormu has to try and get out. He has a spear though, so. Oh, he misses. Well, I was gonna say I can't imagine he goes down, but misses.
That's his first miss of the game that I've seen at least.
Yeah. Xenon, he actually might also be. No, he has a remnant. He is totally fine as Radiant's rotating in a lot of heroes here to try and slow down this Ember, who doing very well for himself, going for a fast BKB after his drums, so it's going to be very hard to deal with.
To their middle tower. Radiant should look to their top tower.
2k gold lead for Z Factor right now. I think they're pretty happy with the state of the game. Medusa's having a pretty good time, but at the same time, all three of Z Factor scores are having a great time. Tiny's off to a really bad start, and like we talked to in the draft, it's even if Medusa has a really good time.
Actually, I don't think Deuce is having a good time anymore. Does manage to get the ultimate off, but Dobbs doing an excellent job of stunning while facing the other way. Locks her down, and this might be a tier 1 tower. Straight up for the side of Z Factor.
And now Medusa is also sad. But I was gonna say, even if Medusa is having a good time, I don't know how much it matters, just because you have Reflection and Bulwark and Arena, and you have all of these tools to deal with Medusa, even a really farm Medusa anyway.
Right, yeah. Even if the Deuce is having a good time in the lanes, it's still maybe a bad game for the Deuce.
Yeah. And even on top of that, you also have Shaker and Jakira to help kite the Medusa. Like, Medusa's team needs to be having a good game too. Top lane though.
Mangadormu gets a quick kill. They tried to set up onto him, but now this actually might be another death for Kira, as he doesn't have his ultimate and is now almost running out of mana. Xenon on top, and jeez, this Mars just feels unkillable. Gets the pin and doesn't even need to commit to the Tiny here.
Can't die here.
As Kira getting low, no mana, definitely going to drop. Mangadormu, though, also getting weak, but the stun from Dobbs is going to help him get out. Now Xenon's actually looking just to go deeper and get on top of CD, but decides this dive maybe a little bit too deep. Geom, though, is committing, and that's scary. You know all four dire heroes are there. As still in the area. I guess
that's really bad. Your Medusa just died twice in 30 seconds.
Yeah. And now, though, Dobbs might be in trouble.
Oh, nice.
Will die, but Jakiro's there with a good ice path. They're successfully defending this tower for now. But I don't know how much more they're going to get out of this. Actually, with the toss, they might get the call onto Priora, but a good ice path to slow it down. But the blink's up, and they will take out Priora. But I think that's all they're going to get.
In the meantime, there's just this Terrorblade chilling with all this space.
Terrorblade did half damage to this tier 2 bottom.
Yeah.
So, as long as Dire can hold this mid tower, I think it's going to be worth it. Radiant's in a good position to take it as of right now.
Kira's up in 4, Mars is TPing, and I don't think they can get this tower. Yeah, Ember is here too.
There's no blink, but they are going to get a 2-man root, and Mangadormu gets a beautiful, beautiful arena once again. The pin's going to be there. That's a dead axe. Dopp still does not have the blink. Do much for setup, but the Fissure looks like it might be enough. Yeah, another root will come out, and then they're just going to probably hit the tower. Don't even need to back up for the creeps, so they get the mid tower. They're getting whatever they want. Kira's been pushed back far behind.
Yeah, really solid rotations all around from Z Factor.
Yeah.
Now Medusa's map is gonna start to shrink. You lost your mid and your bottom tower. This bottom jungle is about to become off limits for him for pretty much the rest of this game.
Yeah, and look at this. They're going on to Dom Bomb. Doesn't have the ult, so pretty unkillable. Xenon has to be a bit careful. Will Remnant out. Now GM's looking for something here, but I don't think they're going to find too much. Sire just retreat to the high ground. They're happy to hold this bit. Ground. And Dom Bomb has to be careful. There's a lot of damage for Xenon.
Doesn't have ulti for 20. Oh!
And he's dead!
Go down.
Just like that. The blink to call, though, is there. The toss, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. He doesn't have a remnant, though. The spear isn't going to actually latch to anything, but it will be enough to get Xenon out. So he gets that kill for free. And down bottom, they got a siege creep on the tier 2. Radiant's so concerned about this middle area, I think they're going to lose the tower.
And Jakiro is walking over to press his liquid fire button on this tower. Yeah. And it's gonna most likely go down. Yeah, they do have Glyph on the Radiant, but it looks like they're just gonna let the tower fall.
That is a very dead tower, which means that is a 16-minute outpost capture.
Yeah, and now this entire area of the map is completely off limits for the Radiant team.
Now all that's left for Kira is these 3 meager camps and what he can get out of the push. Actually goes back for the Mask of Madness instead of the Manta. Besides, he'll probably be needed more in this early game. Poor Dom Bomb. He can't even show up to look at this camp without losing just half of his health to the Jakiro. Blink call onto Mars. He is taking quite a bit of damage, but he gets an excellent arena again and sticks off the dunk. The spear stopped Flupper from getting that stun off, and then managed to stick just enough HP to not get dunked on. That's now a double kill for the side of Z Factor, and they're gonna keep going. As Dom Bomb will fall, and the blink is there for Dops. An Echo just to get the stun. Cure does have the mana for the ultimate, but is rooted up and in a pretty bad position. They'll lose the Jakiro. They may lose Mars. No, he's able to walk away before the tossback can come out. But they'll get another tier 2, and Kira is forced back into the back of the base once again. Unable
and the map shrinks even more. And you really see the map shrinking on not so much the Medusa, because Medusa is still sort of keeping up, but you see it on the rest of his team. Because when there's only one place that Medusa can farm, Medusa's gonna take all the farm on the map that your team can get. And you see Axe falling. Axe and Tiny are super far behind the Ember and the Mars already. The supports are really far behind the Dire supports. And it's just Medusa that has anything at this point. And Medusa needs a lot more than she has to actually really have an impact. Like, Yasha Mask of Madness is not enough.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, it's actually usually Z Factor here that are the ones getting initiated on, but they're just turning it. That's such an excellent play from Mangadormu to ensure that survival is down bottom. They're going on to Flupper. Dops tried, or they were trying, it looks like, to get the outpost, but maybe Dops has gone a little bit too deep. As the ultimate does come out from Flupper, Dobbs doing a good job of dodging another excellent spear combo. And that is a solid trade as they'll get Flupper. They will lose the Earthshaker for it. Dops goes down, and now Priora has to be careful not to drop himself. A good spear! Mangadormu playing excellently, trying to save the Jakiro, but it's not going to be enough, and Mangadormu as well is in a lot of danger. Forced to run away here, but Dom Bomb taking a lot of damage. Mangadormu trying to get out. He has the Blink Dagger, so he will actually manage to get out. As on the side, Xenon's going in. He wants Dom Bomb. Dom Bomb taking a lot of damage, but he successfully jukes. No, he ticks to the Flame Guard as Tiny
He denied himself. Oh, he denied himself to the creeps.
Oh. Would you look at that?
Very nice.
But, and Tiny, with the Blink Dagger, will also catch the Mars, so not bad for Radiant, but they unfortunately lose another Tier 2, and importantly, do not secure the Outpost.
Yeah.
As it looks like they're trying to make a play for mid onto Priora. Fortify is available for the Dire, and Love and Laughter's here to disallow any plays from happening.
You gotta take what you can get when you're this far behind, though, and I think it wasn't perfect. They lost Abaddon, they didn't get the outpost, but they got 3 kills.
Oh yeah.
Overall, that still favors them.
Yeah, and if you look at the net worth, it sort of starts to pull back up, so they'll likely be happy with it either way. But man, poor Dom Bomb feels like he's basically just a walking purge at this point. He is
the life of the 5 Abaddon.
Yeah, that's how it is.
A very
sometimes.
exciting one.
But now there's 2 blinks available for the side of Dire, and that's a good blink stun. Ice Path. Tiny in a lot of trouble. The call tries to come in from CD, but the Echo's there, and another beautiful arena will catch in the Mars. Mars will drop, and now CD is stuck in the arena. Flupper is dropping the ultimate. The Mortimer's Kiss is coming out, trying to do something, and Kira does have the Stone Gaze, and actually it's going to lock up everyone here, I think, as Xenon getting weak, getting tossed up, has to be very careful, but does manage to run it over to the high ground. They still haven't lost anyone just yet, as Priora gets the invis off. CD Alex has to be careful, but actually, Dire's in full retreat mode, as meanwhile, just the illusions from Love and Laughter are pushing in the Tier 3. And I think you're very happy if you're on the side of Dire. You lose no one, and actually, as I say that, they do lose the Tiny in an unfortunate spear miss. I don't know if they're going to be able to catch this Tiny.
Go back in?
Yeah, tries to turn, but doesn't quite get it off, and still has to be careful. It's a lot of damage available for Dire. But another good pickoff for them, but I think because Medusa was mostly farming, that's still favoring the Radiant here. Victoria's Secret starting to pull back this net worth lead. Man, I think this game changes it a lot once Ember gets his BKB, which is the next item. He elected to go for the Desolator instead. Mars also getting a BKB, and Terrorblade's getting that Scotty already has his 10-second BKB completed.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret is doing a good job of stopping the bleeding, but at the same time, like, where do you actually go from here? What is, like, I don't see like a clear-cut win condition from them that doesn't involve Z-Factor hardcore throwing this game.
Yeah, they have to get some important picks and like get a Roche or some towers out of it or something. Because right now they've been getting these kills. Like you said, they're stopping the bleeding, but they haven't turned that into anything.
Yeah. And with these BKBs coming out now, Tiny's game becomes he just becomes a support killer at that point.
Yeah, and a lot of the damage from Snapfire also disappears.
Yeah.
As Victoria's Secret are smoking up into the Dire jungle, but Dire's on their half of the map. You're not going to find anything. Man, that sentry doesn't quite catch out the Observer ward, but they just put down another. Okay. Now, I guess Dire are looking to start sieging. Actually, now they know that Axe is in their jungle.
Yeah.
Surely they're not just going to walk into Roche right now. That feels very preemptive, but a good scan, and Mangadormu will go in, but unfortunately blinks into where everyone had already backed out from. But now Axe is definitely going to get caught, taken down. It's a free pick. And possibly a Roshan.
Should be a Rosh if they want to.
They have a good position for it.
Looks like Terrorblade just wants to hit some more creeps. Finishes Scotty before he really joins the game.
Oh, but
Which is
Abaddon,
fine.
he's been caught out a little bit. Does have the ultimate, but what a good Fisher block and the Ice Path. They'll heal him back up to full, but actually they'll lose Dops for it, but they find the more valuable kill with that arena. Tiny's gonna drop. Medusa pops an ultimate that isn't going to do anything. And oh no, Flupper, you're not where you want to be either. A good stun, slowing them down, but with the Ice Path from Priora, that is a very dead Snapfire.
Save a friend syndrome.
Yeah, absolutely. As now they're likely going to siege this tier 2 and probably get 4 bounties out of this exchange as well. So just going to push that net worth lead higher. This is now Medusa has the Manta, still feels like she's 2 items away from wanting to participate in this game.
I think that's my main issue with Medusa, just in this patch in general, which I think the reason why the hero just never really picked. You need first you need like 2 items so you don't instantly die, and then you need 2 more items so you actually do damage. And sure, if you get to that point, you're really strong hero that's scary to deal with, but you're never really gonna get to that point. Because the game is just gonna fall apart around you before you can get all of those items that you need.
Look at Dops. Just positioning so aggressively to pop any smokes that come out while they take Roshan. No. CD, you're in a little bit deep. Stop's gonna cut them off. Doesn't look like it. The Roshan will pop now. And CD is caught. He's pinned to the wall. Another beautiful arena from Mangadormu to get a quick kill. This man's just been on point with those Mars ultimates and the spears. Dom Bomb, though, a bit of a harder kill.
Okay, probably.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to quite catch him. So Xenon wants to try. And now, Terrorblade has Aegis.
Yeah,
I have
this is
to
their
imagine
timing.
they're just going to walk up high ground.
They have Aegis. Xenon has his BKB in 50 gold. Love and Laughter has his Scotty in 500 gold. And I don't know how you stop this incoming high ground push.
Yeah, looks like they're going to split off just a little bit. Just enough time for their cores to finish off these next items. Mangadormu very close to that BKB, only about 100 gold away. Now starting to rotate over is actually Kira. In a dangerous position here. But will not get punished for it. As Mars has finished his BKB, it's being delivered. Xenon has finished his BKB. Like you said, this is their timing. This is where they just walk up onto the high ground and show no fear.
Scotty, he's buying his Scotty now. Yep.
Giam is cutting creeps. Is a smart idea at this stage. As that will actually probably prevent the push.
Oh, he got it.
Getting the creeps, but Dyer's coming in really quick to punish this. There's the stun, there's the arena. That is a very dead Axe.
He has to do this though. I think this is like an acceptable death.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where it's either you cut the wave or you lose the lane. As Priora, though, is going in, gets a good stun onto CD, who is in a lot of trouble now. Gets rooted, actually gets pushed further in. I don't think that's where he wants to be. Priora gets the invis off from the Glimmer Cape and actually doesn't go down just yet, but will pop finally. Godlike for Xenon, though, and I think that's more of a consolation prize as Snapfire is going to fall, and Dom Bomb does still have the ultimate. Dyer take quite a bit of damage, forced to back up for the moment, but that's a lot of heroes dead. They're probably just going to clear off these last few creeps and just walk up high ground, as Love and Laughter has the Metamorphosis back.
Medusa ulti also down now.
Yep.
Sapphire ulti down.
Xenon was forced to use his BKB, but I don't think he cares too much. Surprised Mangadormu is not positioning up on this high ground to eat the projectiles, but doesn't look like it's going to matter here as this tower definitely going to fall. Fortification will come out. They buy a little bit of time, but I think they're pretty much just going to wait for the next wave and finish it. Or are they? Back doors there, Love and Laughter. You can't do this. This Dom Bomb taking a lot of damage. This ult's still on cooldown. And oh my goodness, Mangador with another beautiful ultimate. Kira is out of mana now and will rapidly drop. Will go down, has buyback, and a beautiful Echo Slam from Dops to do a lot of damage. Dom Bomb's ultimate is forced tiny. Pinned to the lane of Rack. As Dops gets a stun, survives, doesn't even go down. And GG's called, just like that. Alright. They did it. A clean performance from the side of Z Factor.
Yeah, I think this was a... Obviously, Z Factor played really well. I think all of their players knew exactly what they needed to do. Their rotations were on point throughout the early game and the mid game. They just played their draft really, really well. But I think it's also just a really big draft win as well. Yeah, I think that when the enemy team, because like there's this meta where the 8th pick is gonna pick their carry or their mid, usually their carry, almost every time. In whatever they pick, you have to match it in the second phase. So like if they pick a carry, you have to pick your carry in the second phase, because if you save it all the way for the last phase, you're gonna have way too many heroes, way too many carries banned. And you're gonna end up in this situation where like, okay, we have Medusa, we have Jug, nothing that we can pick really feels good here for our carry. They could have maybe picked a Spectre in the second phase that could have had a better game than Medusa. And it just becomes really hard at that point.
Absolutely. Well, with that, we're going to go to a short break here as we prepare for the next game. So we'll be back very quickly here.